Hey guys, Niro here. I'm creating this video for the Warrior Training Group that I'm running. And these are basically workshops for men and for women, which I'm running separately in order to really awaken the warrior mindset. Now, on the warrior archetype really is the masculine component of that we all possess. So this is not, not talking about males and females. I'm talking about the masculine archetype that we have in all of us. Now, the masculine part is basically the part that goes into action, goes into battles, the one that actually creates certainty and clarity. The masculine component is what grounds us into where we are, who we are, and what we're here to do. So the warrior training, which I run separately for males and females because we are different breeds and we do think differently, is designed to really awaken the masculine side of who we really are and ground us to what we really need to do. So today's transmission is really aimed for the warriors, guys, but I wanted to share this information with as much people as possible because what I'm going to be talking about today applies to everyone, right? Men, women, children, whatever it is. So in today's transmission, what I'm going to be talking to you about is freedom, right? And what is freedom? See, a lot of us actually think that freedom is the ability to do what we want, when we want, with whoever we want. Now imagine that for a second. Imagine having a partner that wanted to do what he wanted or what she wanted, when she wanted, and with whoever he wanted, right? Now, how are we going to be able to trust that person to be there for us, right, when we need them, to be able to trust them emotionally, physically, mentally, right? How are we going to be able to build a future with someone like that? Now imagine having an employee or a boss that was wanting to do what he wanted, when he wanted, with whoever he wanted. Now that model might actually think like it's freedom for us, but that's not freedom, right? It's a modern day view of what freedom is, right? And we actually, some of us, especially the millennial component of it, really resist that. We actually think that that's a way of life, you know, being able to do what you want, when you want, with whoever you want, right? And, you know, a lot of personal development courses are run based on that, right? Do what you want, when you want, with whoever you want, right? That's not freedom, right? That is a false hope. No one's going to be able to trust you, right? No one would want to be with you, and no one's going to hire you. So if that's not freedom, what is freedom? Now, when I think of freedom, I think of Nelson Mandela. Now, this beautiful man found freedom in the worst place in the world. See, he found freedom in jail. Not just in any jail, in a black African jail, he found freedom. Now, if you think about that, Nelson Mandela couldn't do what he wanted, when he wanted, with whoever he wanted in jail. But he actually found freedom within himself. And today, I'm going to be talking to you about what freedom is. See, Nelson Mandela, not only did he find freedom in jail, he was then able to give that to his country. That is freedom. So if freedom is not what you want, when you want, with whoever you want, what the fuck is freedom? See, in my research, in my personal development, and also in reflecting in my own life, when I was fighting for freedom through depression, through in the schooling system, through fighting freedom with my family, what I found is that freedom, there's 3 stages to that. The first stage, right? The first stage is trust. You have to be able to trust yourself and those around you. You have to be able to trust that where you're going and what you're doing is going to get you to where you want to go. See, Nelson Mandela wasn't able to trust most people that was around him, but he did have trust in God. He did have trust in himself, and he did have trust that he will find freedom for his own country, for his own men. See, that is the first stage of trust is hope, right? Hope is a man without hope, or a woman without hope, has lost everything. So the first stage of trust is the ability to have hope that where you're going and what you're doing and who you're with is going to take you to where you want to go. That's the first thing, trust. The second thing is structure. We all need structure. We all need some sort of a routine, a ritual. We all need to be able to have some sort of certainty in our life. See, it is through structure that we have certainty. Now, imagine a dog, a little puppy dog, right? So if you tell the dog to do whatever you want, it will actually turn vicious, right? If you tell a child to do whatever you want and give it no boundaries, give it no structure, right? It's going to go crazy. The second aspect of having freedom is structure. We all need structure. In other words, we all need goals that we're working towards. We all need boundaries. That not only do we need boundaries to keep other people out, we need boundaries to to be able to work towards in ourselves, that we don't cross our own boundaries. So that's the second stage, structure. The third, right, and just as important, is that we need a hierarchy. We need people or group of people that we can go and say, hey, I can't deal with this. Can you sort it out? For many people, this might be God. For others, it's God and coaches and mentors. Or they might have a tribe of people that they can not just go and complain and bitch to, but a group of people or a person that they can just go and say, hey, can you help me out with this? For me, I personally had God, but I also had many coaches that I saw as hierarchy, that I was able to go to them and say, hey, help me with this, because I don't know what to do. Right? See, that itself is a growth mindset. See, a fixed mindset is someone that expects to know everything straight away. Right? Who expects to be able to get the high marks at school, who expects to be given a promotion, right? And when they get rejected, they go through an internal turmoil that they're not good enough, they're not smart enough, and what's happening in the outside world is impacting internally. That's a fixed mindset, whereas a growth mindset is someone that says, okay, cool, I don't know what to do here, so I'm going to go seek some help. A hierarchy is so important in order for you to have freedom. Hierarchy is not about telling you what to do necessarily. A hierarchy is basically keeping things in order. So let's go through freedom again. There can be no freedom until there's trust. There can be no freedom until you have a structure. And there could be no freedom until there's a hierarchy. See, we are pack nut animals. We need some sort of a structure and a hierarchy in order to do that. And there can be no relationships as a pack nut animal without the very first moment, trust. Now, when I talk about trust, there is a significant difference between trust and being naive. Right? See, if you treat a lion like a pussycat and basically it bites your head off, now that's being naive. Yeah? It's being naive. That's not trust. You can't go up to the lion and say, hey, I trusted you not to bite my head off. It's a lion. Of course, that's what it's going to do. It was your stupidity. It was your lack of spatial awareness or the awareness of that other animal that got your head bitten off. See, there's a difference between trust and naive, right? When you know the difference, then you're able to actually practice that. See, even being naive or being on the stupid end of the spectrum is not trusting anyone. Because anything in this world is created when humans work together. Think about it from the buildings that we've made, right? From the kingdoms that we've created, from anything great or anything bad. We've done this together. To do so, we need to have trust. There could be no freedom without trust. Now, I hope this video has inspired you, right? This is a very, very big topic. I go into further detail in this in the Warrior Training Program. I'm not sure when the next one is, depending on when you're watching this video. So go check out my website. The details are below. And hit me up. I am, for a short time, I am doing a 60-minute complimentary session, which is targeted on helping people like yourself, finding that clarity in your mission, finding that purpose in your mission, and really understanding the skills of being a leader that is worth following. Now, leadership is not a title. It's a personal attribute. A leadership is not just for organizations, but it's for any relationship. For your family, for your partner, and more importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself. So if this sounds like something that you're interested, please go check out my website. Hit me up for a free 60-minute coaching session, right? It's complimentary. It's on me. I'm here to serve. As you can imagine, I cannot see many people with the amount of requests that I'm getting through. So go check out the website. You should be able to book it on the website. If you're not, just shoot me your details and I'll try to find a session for you. Now, if there's no availability left on the calendar, I'm sorry, I have been booked out. So please try again in a couple of weeks and hopefully we'll find you a space. I wish you all the very best and I hope to speak to you soon. Take care.